What's up, everybody? In this video, I'm going to be pointing out to you guys some Joker mistakes and Easter eggs. This is kind of a continuation of other videos that I've done. Um, I'm going to leave links in the description to those videos, so check those out as well. But let's get into this video here. Here we go. Mistake 1. Same guy shown twice. So, you guys see this guy here. He has a cigarette, he has a briefcase, right? He's running out here. See him here? Right? Now, we fast forward. This is the same guy with the cigarette and the briefcase. But now, instead of running out of the store, he's just standing at another spot. Mistake 2. Same girls and bum shown multiple times throughout the movie and in this video. Now, you probably can't see him from this video, right? But notice this bum back here in the brown hat. See this guy here in the brown hat? And then right here is, we'll call her a working girl, right? Remember this guy throughout this video. Remember this guy with the brown hat, the bum. I remember this girl. She has a brown jacket, black shorts. She's a working girl, right? Okay, now remember this girl. Okay, and remember all these people. Now, you kind of see this guy with the brown hat better here, holding the bottle, and then here is that girl with the brown jacket, black shorts. So here we have again that girl with the brown jacket, black shorts, the working girl. They were standing in the same correct spot, but that was just a better view of them. Now, here's another shot after he already ran across the street, alright? We see her again. This is across the street, alright? Brown jacket, right? That's the same girl, trust me. Standing next to her in that shot before is this girl in this jacket. You'll see, which I should have mentioned that, but if you go back, you'll see she has this jacket, this jacket. Now, how are they already over here? They use the same extras twice. See that? Her and her. Not to mention that when we first see him with the sign, this guy is walking. This guy right here is walking with his back turned to us. That's something I won't even mention I go deep into, but still remember her because she's in the movie later. Mistake 3 continued from mistake 2, but this time it's seeing the same bum twice. Now, this is them still running down the block. Look at this guy, green hat, right? Kind of a bum. Looks like the same dude from the beginning that's sitting there with the beer, right? Now watch. How's this guy down here again? That's pretty interesting. So yeah, guys, check my other video where I do the same thing a little bit better, a little bit of a better way. And I show him and additional mistakes in this scene, but these are ones I'm noticing now. Mistake 4. Clock on the wall says a different time than the watch on the therapist's wrist. Also, a deeper look at the 11:11 clock theory. Now, this is one of those times where we see the clock that people reference in their videos of 11:11. Correct? There's just one small thing. She's wearing a watch. Now hold on. Watch this. Now, so check it out. So I'm going to try to get you guys a zoomed in picture of this. Hopefully in editing later, I'll throw that up here. If not, you just take my word for it. Here's her watch. If we look at her watch, this would be on, it's hard to tell which one's the big hand and the little hand. Definitely hard to tell which one's which. But regardless of how this is, right? Let's hypothetically say, if anything, it's 10:59. Well, no. If anything, it's 9:59. This would be 9. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 59. There's just no way for it to say 11:11. One of these two hands would have to be over here. And it's not. So regardless of what time this says, which I'm going to say it says 9:59. Going on 10 o'clock. It's not 11:11, guys. So there goes that. That's another time when we see, which again, go back and check another video that I did where I explain in the end when he's sitting with Murray Franklin how the clock does not say, it says 10:37 when he's sitting with Murray Franklin, the two clocks in the background. But this is just another clock in the same room where people saw the clock that says 11:11. But this is a watch that says, which is a clock, that says that it's 10:59. So what does this really lead us to believe? Well, those are movie props that probably just happen to say 11:11 and they use the same clock and just really didn't think too much about it. I mean, that's always possible, you know? Or it could be a little hint towards that whole 92 thing. And there will be a link in the description to the video I made about the 92 thing, adding up to 11. It could run deeper than we thought, you know? Absolutely. But to say every clock says 11:11, absolutely not. This is just another example of that. And I mean, just being that we're talking about the clocks and just the fact that we're here, I might as well point out that this is going to be coming up is that other clock where it says, right here, where it says 11:11, right? Which if you notice, they're the same clock. They're the same clock. So, I mean, and it's most likely a movie prop, right? But I'm pretty sure, I don't know who makes that clock. I'm going to say it's Heartland. Heartland. It's a Heartland clock. But regardless, you know, I know people have said in somewhere that Heartland clocks or someone, I don't know if they said it was Heartland clocks, I'm not sure, but someone said that some clocks ship saying a certain time already, that they're designed to have a smiling face to make people want to buy them. I don't know, that's a lot deeper than we think. I think it's just the fact that it's a movie prop possibly that it says 11:11. possibly, or it could run deeper because the fact that the punch out clock, when he punches out, says 11:11, that's kind of strange. This clock, that clock. But don't forget that I've showed you multiple clocks that don't say 11:11 so far now, including my other video. The next part is not a mistake, but is an interesting Easter egg. So, here is going to be an extremely fun fact. First of all, in this scene, he's smoking like crazy, right? And this right here says, time to quit, and it's a cigarette, right? Now this is a lot deeper, okay? Time to quit, and it's a cigarette. Right here is a heart. Right? You see this heart right here? Time to quit. I'm pretty sure this says cut it out. Cut it out with a cigarette butt. Time to quit. And there's a heart right here. What does smoking do? Kind of damages your heart, clogs your arteries, or causes heart problems. Pretty interesting that there's a heart right here. It says time to quit. We're going to go deep into the movie. Something to think about. You might not even notice this. Nobody might ever notice this. This heart. This sign. Now, going deeper into this scene, we see, now I'm sorry, hang on. This is a really interesting one here. We see here, this is an interesting shot right here. Something, fun fact. Now there's stuff written here. You know, I wanna dig into that. I tried to rotate my head around once before and read what it says on here, but honestly, I got pretty dizzy to be honest. But right here, which this shot is not going to show it. I have this black bar here, which is killing me right now. But this says social security, right? Social security. This says social security. His Arthur Fleck's social security number is 06812086444. That's pretty crazy. I don't know how to get rid of this menu here. Oh, there we go. There we go, guys. But, so, okay, stop my raft. Social Security here. And it is, well, this is pretty interesting though. Is it Arthur's? Wow. Okay, interesting fact I just discovered. Now I'm looking at this paper. I'll try to get you guys a snapshot and zoom in on this. I don't even think you'll be able to see it because this is super high def right here that we're watching this. I was under the impression that this said Social Security, which it does, 06812086444. But here, which this could, well, what this could be is relating to the past. But either way, this says NNY Fleck. So this says Penny Fleck. So this could either be Penny Fleck's social security number or Arthur's social security number, and just referencing like kind of how your birth certificate says your mother's name and father's name. That could kind of be what this is here. Or this could be Penny Fleck's social security number. Either way, it's one of their social security numbers, right? Oh, we get a little bit of insight here. Hang on. Name Penny Fleck. So it's one of their social security numbers. Interesting. Here's another Easter egg. Now, one of the things I skipped over that I just wanted to mention, which it really means nothing, but, or it could mean something, I don't know, but, you know, just something to look at is right here, it shows a guy in a cage and it says, it's normal to feel trapped. That's interesting. It's just an interesting sign. But I had to go back to show you guys that. Mistake 5. Same graffiti shown more than once throughout the movie. Now, if you guys watch my other Joker mistakes video, and I'll try to somehow reference this here, but you'll see that one of the mistakes is when when Thomas and Martha walk out of the theater, right, before they get shot. There's one of the people dressed as a clown that have a sign upside down that says resist. And I totally feel like that's a mistake. The sign should not be upside down. Obviously that was an extra holding the sign the wrong way, right? But in this shot here, right, we also see in graffiti writing right here, resist. What's really interesting about it saying resist on the wall and this guy here holding this resist sign is that the one on the wall is before he even kills the subway guys and people are dressing up like clowns. You guys see that? Resist. I'll try to get you guys a close up on that as well. I might not be able to do that, but it does say resist right here. So there's a clown holding the sign in the end that says resist, and right there in graffiti says resist. Now before we leave this scene, we see the word or the name Ray written in graffiti in this scene 2 times right here. Now remember this word or name Ray for later on in this video. More about Super Rats. See my Joker Super Rats video and more about Super Rats later in this video. Now just to clarify something in my last video where I reference here we go, Super Rats. I reference Robert De Niro talking about the Super Rats, but by that time Arthur Fleck is already sitting on the bed in a dream state, imagining Arthur Fleck, imagining Robert De Niro's character, Murray, talking about the Super Rats. But prior to that even happening, on the news, as Arthur walks in the door to see his mother, is a newsman talking about Super Rats. So the Super Rats were real. So, yeah. More about all the clocks not saying 11:11, like most people have incorrectly said. This is another clock that doesn't say 11:11. Now, one thing to consider is this is not when he punches out. This is when the short guy comes in and tells him the boss wants to talk to him. And if we look here, we're going to see that the punch out clock does not say 11:11. As you can tell, this hand is on 3. This hand is probably on 6, so it's roughly 331, I guess. So yeah, there's another time when we see the clock. This is another scene with a clock that doesn't say 11:11. Also, all she did was walk from one room to another, yet both clocks have a different time, which is a mistake. We see another clock. This one is incredibly easy to miss. It's right here. Now this is another clock, right here, okay? Right here. I would say this clock says 9. It's either 9:55 or 10 o'clock. It's a small white clock right here. So again, and that clock is incredibly hard to miss unless you're watching this on a big screen and in HD. You're not gonna see this clock. But right here says probably 9:55 to 10 o'clock. So another clock that does not say 11:11. Mistake 6. More graffiti shown more than once throughout the movie. Now, if we look here, we see the words Gotti, G-O-T-T-Y, in graffiti writing. Okay, this is when he holds open the door for Zazie Beetz' character. Okay, and he's on the elevator. We see Gotti. See that? So just remember that. The Gotti graffiti. Mistake 7. The graffiti and the girls from the beginning shown again. So alright, this is where it all really comes full circle here. So check this out, guys. So here's where he's getting fired in the phone booth, which I've been to this location. Check out my channel, film location for the phone booth. I was here. But also check out my channel for the deleted the mistakes where I mentioned the rat that comes over here. But also what I was just saying with the Gotti graffiti, G-O-T-T-Y, is here again. So it's in the elevator, right? And also here. And also here, if you remember, I told you guys about the working girl is over here again. Brown jacket. Her hair is down now. A brown jacket, black shorts. And here's that girl that's next to her, is right here. So in the opening scene, we see these two girls twice, where Todd Phillips used them as extras twice, but now we see them all the way fast forward into the movie at a whole nother location, which I went to both of these locations, right? We see them here again. The two girls and Gotti. Now, if you remember earlier in this video, I showed you outside of the pharmacy, when he goes to the Helms pharmacy, I showed you the two graffiti tags that said Ray. If you notice also here, it says Ray. So this is what I mean when it really comes full circle. We see these girls again, we see Gotti tagged up, and we see Ray here. This recently I did a video about how right here we see the super rat come out. Right here. See that? Now, don't forget that these are those two girls, which she's wearing the same jacket. They're both wearing the same exact outfits in the beginning of the movie. So, there's that. Mistake 8, or an Easter egg. I found another super rat in the movie. Now, one thing we also notice here, going back to the whole super rats thing, right? Which I have a whole video about just super rats, and I also, I have a whole video about super rats, link it in the description. But now, recently watching this, we're at 33 minutes, 58 seconds here. I now see over here a second super rat. So, which I've been to this location as well. Check that description. Right here, we see a super rat eating out of the garbage. You guys see that? Right there. Right here. So that's the second super rat. Subscribe to me channel. Follow me on Instagram, on Twitter. Like, leave a comment. Follow me on social media. Louie 6 Cards.